Dude, if he beats Phoenix in the first round,
That's not going to help Curry as much as it's going to kill KD.
Durant, oh my God. I think, yeah, Durant might retire.
What are they gonna say now? What are they gonna say now?
All right, welcome to another episode of What Are They Going to Say Now? Jay and Tony, as always. Kind of a break from our last episode. And, baseball season starting and what have you. But we're pretty much going to go full NBA today.
Full NBA. Did you watch? I know colleges. I'm not really a big college guy, but there's some interesting college stuff, some women's college stuff that was interesting. But
Yeah.
Kate, what's her name? Caitlin.
Yeah. She's kind of
she's a beast.
she's a
dude.
killer. Yeah.
Like I was more excited about her than anything
Yeah.
men's college. You know what I mean? Like
I used to love March Madness and I was really
Yeah.
into college basketball. And then
yeah.
you know what they did is they overexpanded the bracket like 10 years ago, however long ago
Yeah.
that was. And and I know they have a crazy upset, so that doesn't necessarily take that away, but I don't feel it.
Yeah, especially going from watching NBA, the product is just not. It's not anywhere on the same level, you know.
It's just not there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyways, we're gonna talk about NBA.
Yes.
That's what we're. Dude, I feel like this is like it's gonna get crazy. That like it's been at the point. I feel like this last month where it's like you just start to feel like teams are all, gearing up for the playoffs. They've had some injury stuff people are getting over, but it's still, dude, I don't know. I have no idea what the matchups are going to be, especially in the West. I know we're going to talk about that, but
I mean, I think this is one of the closing stretch and then the playoffs, one of the wildest, least predictable
yeah,
seasons of our lifetime. Probably
tons of
40
parity.
years.
Right.
I can't even.
I wouldn't say there's a prohibitive favorite.
No.
Like in either conference. Like there's been teams that have been good all year, but would I say that they're hands down going to win the title? No, no idea.
No idea.
So,
Which is fun,
but absolutely.
and it also opens the door.
I mean, for a team that may have been struggling a little bit this year, don't give us a chance. Don't open that door because
What are they going to say now?
I love it.
It's wild. It's like, yeah, I can't wrap my head around how crazy it is right now.
Mhm.
So,
and I think we were gonna bring up
well, we're going
just
to go
as
with, sorry,
our first topic, right?
we're going to
Yeah,
go
ahead.
with a couple nights ago, the Warriors played the New Orleans Pelicans.
Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, more than a couple nights ago.
Right.
If the Warriors do some Steph Curry magic and pull it all off, it's that game. It is that game. 100% that game. Turning point game. Maybe they won't. They probably won't. I probably wouldn't even bet on it, although I
Yeah.
did. But
Dude, I'm not betting against it.
yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm
it
staying away
is
from that
that
one.
game that would be the absolute cornerstone turning point of the entire season, that you're like the entire league turned that night.
Mm-hmm. Down 20 at home.
Down 20 at home.
Right. Just getting manhandled. Just getting
Yeah.
beat up. Getting punked. I would say getting punked.
And then DiVincenzo, our new favorite.
Well, before that.
Oh,
before
Draymond,
that
Draymond.
was Draymond.
Draymond with the hard foul.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
hard foul, but clean, but hard. right?
I didn't agree with the initial flagrant foul he got.
It was
I
pretty
thought it
bumpy,
was-
but
I
I
was
don't know.
like, I mean, it's just, yeah. But anyways, it was real chippy, man.
but that was
You could just tell,
and there
which
was
is
there
what he
was
thrives in.
there was some trash getting talked in that game,
Oh yeah,
and
Brandon
said-
Ingram, C.J. McCollum.
yeah, Ingram,
Draymond
yeah,
Green.
yeah. And so Draymond just is like, no, I'm chest bumping you out of this layup, fully.
Right.
And look, we have our issues with Draymond at times, but that's why we love him too. Like he knows how to flip the switch
Yeah.
on the whole game. We saw it in the finals last year,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So he does that. Well, he
yeah.
does that in response.
So
DiVincenzo got fouled really hard.
that was after, yeah. That was
That was
I believe that was-
Draymond
right.
responding to
Right,
DiVincenzo
right.
getting
Yeah.
fouled hard, as in, I got you, bro.
right.
I got you.
Yeah. So like I believe I have the sequence of events. I know that
Okay,
was crazy.
go ahead.
I'm gonna so the first one was the Draymond flagrant,
hmm
right? They called a flagrant foul, and then there was some jostling. Somebody grabbed him, and I think that was Brandon Ingram, and him got
Yeah.
into it. Double technical.
Double tech.
That's Draymond's
Which, by the
17th
way,
of the year.
Draymond didn't even do anything dirty there. That
No,
was
he
actually,
didn't.
he's like, now? Really? Are you kidding? Now? Like, he
Right.
didn't even,
I think it was.
that was on him.
I think it
Like,
was
that was
them
on
trying to
him.
get control of the game, but it was already.
But
out of control.
Draymond didn't actually, for the one, I mean, look, Draymond deserves what he gets,
Mhm.
whatever. He didn't even, he was keeping it clean.
No, he didn't.
He was keeping it
Right,
clean.
right. They could have absolutely called nothing on that.
Yeah.
Or called a foul, technical foul on Brandon Ingram who
And not
grabbed
Draymond.
him. And right,
Because Draymond was
right.
keeping
Right.
it cool.
I want to say the next play,
Very
Draymond
close.
offensive foul, right? Bowls over. I don't know who the defender
Yeah.
was on New Orleans, and like kicks his legs. It's just like, oh, here he goes. He's getting
Classic
ejected.
Draymond.
Yeah, but you know what? It's almost like Draymond's funny, man. I feel like he does this dance, right? It's like, yeah, okay, I have a technical. I know it's my 17th of the year. Kick me out.
Yeah.
Kick me out.
Yeah.
Let's see if you actually kick me out. You're not going to kick me out. I'm going to tell you you're not going to kick me out. Like he's talking to the refs and like,
Draymond is beautiful chaos.
yes, that's what I said. It's like a dance, right? He's like,
We're going to quote that when we get them on here.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so all of that happens, right? The kick. They reviewed it for like 10 minutes.
It
I
was
like,
ridiculous
Draymond's
how
out
long
of
it
here.
took.
I'm like, he's gone. He's out of here. Nothing. No call. They just said, you know what? Play on. I was
Mhm.
like, okay.
Okay.
And then the DiVincenzo thing happens, right?
Yes.
Hard push through a screen for no reason. C.J. McCollum.
Yep. And this is the turning point of the season right here, potentially.
What is he doing?
CJ,
What are you doing,
and
CJ
then
McCollum?
CJ starts talking shit.
Right.
Talking shit. Because they're up by like
Right.
20, right? Or,
Right.
well, they're up, whatever. They're still well up at this
No,
point.
at this point they were up double digits. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But,
so CJ starts talking. They
Right.
start talking, and then that's where then the other end, then coming in for the layup, and Draymond does the hard like check, right? Like the other one.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think
The-
that was before. Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
was before. I don't know.
whatever. It was
they were all-
chaos. It was chaos.
Yeah, right.
And then so
But yeah,
CJ's talking, and it's
Yeah.
like CJ, Portland Trailblazers, like you should know
Right.
better. You should know better than to poke this beast. Like don't like
Right.
poke the bear. Like
Right. I feel like anybody else talking, they would have been like,
And I like
okay,
CJ,
you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I think he's a great player. I think he's
we've
very
talked him up
talented.
on here. Like
Oh,
I really
yeah,
like
yeah.
CJ.
But like CJ McCollum, nah, bro, you're not the one who's gonna do that. And I mean, from there out, like you're not gonna out physical Draymond Green. You're not gonna out trash talk or you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that at that type of game, you're done. If you're doing that, good night.
Right.
So
And then
night. as Steph would say.
the great part that comes of this is, guys are tussling, it's all going back and forth, whatever. And then the babyface assassin is like, nah.
Yeah, yeah,
Curry
And
comes
you know what
in.
he was doing? Yeah. go ahead.
Curry's like, no,
Yeah.
disrespect the whole thing. And just Curry comes in and just goes nuclear and just, Curry, don't mess with the petty king. I think we've established this. Do not mess with the petty king.
That's right. He
Hey,
can pull
Boston.
that out of his bag
Hey,
whenever
Boston.
he needs.
Your restaurants don't need to talk about Aisha's cooking, okay? I
How
think we
did that go?
established that.
How did that go?
That was the day before or day of Game 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't.
And so Curry's
don't give him
such
don't
a
give him any
gentleman and a
incentive.
nice guy, but he is a killer.
Oh yeah.
And he saw this all going
Yeah.
down,
Right.
and he's like, I am going to murder you guys.
But you know what he was specifically was doing? He was saying pick and roll, get CJ on me.
Yeah, he was going CJ hard every possession.
Yeah.
Pick and roll,
CJ,
get
he's a
CJ on
shot
me.
in your eyeball.
Right? Yes.
What were you saying?
Yeah. What you talking about?
Right.
And Curry actually I mean, like I said, he's the petty king. He needs some of that even in his later years now. He's like, he's done it. He's established
Right.
it. But if you poke at him or his guys,
Yep.
he's coming for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is before he dropped 50 on a night or two later. He dropped 50.
Right.
Right? Like,
Well, no, that was this was the game he had 38, 9, and 9. He had a crazy stat line in that game.
yeah, but then
the Friday's night's game was against the Spurs. I don't think he had a 50-point game in that one, did he?
yeah, 50.
Did he really?
Yeah, just a casual 50.
Just casual?
Casual.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I'm like, okay, 50 points?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So he's
But no,
feeling it
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, I said last time, I'm kind of back in on the Warriors potentially. I'm really don't like how they suck on the road,
Yeah.
but this is a turning point type of game where we'll see what happens.
Right. I mean, they've still got work to do. As we said, like the standings are insane, but with just the way things have gone and them winning games, they did drop a really tough loss in against Minnesota. I don't know if we
Right.
talked about-
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
kind of like made the Pelicans game that much more important.
It
right?
was really
It was
important.
like we have to win this game.
Dubs
right?
are now
the fact
the-
they were down
They're the 5th
Yeah.
seed right now, right?
somehow
Last week of the season.
Yeah.
Somehow. Yeah, the
man.
Warriors are 41-37 currently in the 5th
Right.
seed,
One
just
game
a
up on
hair
the Clippers,
behind the
right?
Suns,
Right.
and just ahead of the Clippers and the
So,
Pelicans and
yeah.
the Lakers. And
So I guess we can. I mean, like I said, things could change around. We're talking Sunday afternoon right now. So if the if it was to start today, obviously Denver's number 1, and they would play either 9 or 10, correct?
Denver, who is still 500 on the road.
Yeah.
Not that I want to get into road records as a Warriors fan.
No, but right. But
Yikes.
they're a great home team, and
But part
Yeah,
of
so-
the reason they're a great home team, and I'm not taking anything away from
oh yeah, they have
Jokic
an
or whatever,
advantage. Yeah.
is
Elevation,
players
man.
rest against SLC or
Mhm.
in Utah and Denver because it's the altitude, and so like
Yeah.
if you're going to take a rest game, that's the one you do. It's been a thing.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't even know what Denver is. I mean, they're 1 seed. They're legit. Jokic is awesome.
I
But
think they're
like,
very dangerous, but yeah, I mean they're one of those teams that great regular season team, can't take anything away from them regular season.
Yeah.
You got to show
It
to
just
me
did a little,
in
though.
April, May. Yeah, right, but
It's
but
true.
you're right
It's true.
because
It's
we've
true.
seen this story, man. How many times have we seen this?
I
you know?
literally talked to Steve Kerr about it.
Oh, humble brag. I love
did.
it. I love it.
And he's like, yeah, altitude, you're going to wear your guys out. You're on the road trip.
He wow.
Denver,
Okay.
sit them. Why do that? Because you're going to
Wow.
mess up the rest of your road trip.
There you go.
Exclusive right there.
drop the mic.
Yep.
That's awesome, man. No, but you're absolutely right, man. For years, I just remember them going to Denver and being like, "This is probably a loss," and you just kind of wash it up to that. So
Schedule
Yeah,
loss.
so-
Schedule loss in Denver.
right.
SLC, Denver, back to back. One of those is the schedule loss, whichever
Right.
direction it goes.
Yep.
Guaranteed. So
Yeah. So
Denver
Nuggets
is the
won.
one seed. We cannot
Yeah.
take that away from them.
Right.
But I
Grizzlies
I
two.
promise you, I have friends and family who are Denver fans out there,
Oh yeah.
and they
yeah.
know it.
Yeah. I mean, they've at least, I think, they cannot lose like first round or something like that. That would be bad.
If
You
they
know.
lose first round, Jokic will never get an MVP vote again. Like, no, I'm just kidding. But
Yeah, no, I know it wasn't one of our topics, but a lot of people have been saying that he might not get MVP this year now because just of some of the stuff that's happening lately.
then
Embiid,
I know. But then Embiid rested going to Denver. There you go.
yeah, right. So
Because
I mean,
because players rest going to Denver
Yeah,
because it messes
right.
up your road
I
trip.
think I believe it was a back to back.
And
right,
some people
for
don't
them in
know.
Denver, yeah.
Some people don't know. Like, I mean, I split time, from our hometown of Sonoma, California, sea level, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also spend time up in Truckee, Tahoe,
Mm-hmm.
which is the house is at 6,400 feet.
Wow.
And you're going back and forth with that. And there's an impact there. You're going to go up there. If you haven't been in a while, it will
Get you a little dizzy.
impact you.
Mhm.
Yes. And
Yeah.
it's just the thing.
Yeah. So imagine having to play high speed
Yeah.
basketball game
Yeah. As a much
at a high level.
high level, better athlete, the whole
Right.
thing. But it is a thing.
Yeah, no, I get it. Man.
Yeah.
And people who are accustomed to playing in that have an advantage, like you said. So, yeah. So, I mean, I was just going to run down the top 10. So, Denver 1. Memphis is still hanging on to 2, although it's close, man. The Kings are right there, also at 3.
And Jaw's back.
Jaw's back.
And-
They actually played great without him too.
Let's
so,
give Jaw a pass, okay? No, seriously.
We'll
Let's
give
give Jaw a pass. I like Jaw.
Yeah, I like him too. I hope that all that stuff is behind him, man. I
Yeah.
really do. Because I feel like if he hasn't, I think we've said this before, if he has another big gaff or another,
Then he's
something crazy again,
Yeah.
he's
Let's give him a pass. He's 23.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I was 23 with that much money, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, I think I said that previously. I'm like, you have no idea.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
I would have.
It'd be bad, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got Suns 4, like we said. Suns
By the way,
4, Warriors 5. That
is-
would be the matchup. First round.
Oh.
I kind of would rather save that for.
No, that wouldn't be
later in the
first round.
playoffs,
That would.
but- No, it wouldn't. 4-5, dude.
Oh, the NBA is going to make that happen.
4-5, dude.
Let's get Scott Foster and Tony Brothers
KD,
on the wire.
Yeah,
And
KD and Steph first round. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, I think they'd rather have it
Wild.
like second round. But you're right. Yeah.
or Western Conference Finals.
Well, we
or,
don't even
yeah, I
know-
guess you couldn't do that.
We
Yeah,
don't even know when KD is officially going to come back, do we?
he is back,
KD's back.
isn't he? Yeah, believe so.
What?
Yeah, he played at least one game. He might have played 2 games. You can check me on that, but I'm darn near positive that
I didn't
he did
watch all
play.
the.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
he played.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got Clippers right behind
My
the
bad.
Warriors. No, you're good. I was like, as soon as I said it, I was like, am I right on that? Because yeah. So then you got Clippers at 6, Pelicans at 7, Lakers at 8. Lakers are sneaking up the ranks too, man, because they were out of the play-in. And
I'll
now
tell you
they're
what,
kinda-
that was a great trade.
oh man, yeah.
And
What's
how
his
much
name?
does that
Vanderbilt,
tell
man.
us about Westbrook? And like that, it was a good trade.
It was.
They're a better team.
But you know what? I mean, I said this before. I don't like how they treated Russ.
Oh,
going out the door, man.
no.
I don't
know.
like that stuff, man. That was
Well,
not
like
right.
he is who he is, and they should have known better. Just
Right.
in terms of
Oh,
how
they
he
brought him in,
fits.
right?
Yeah.
So then don't
Yeah.
trash talk the guy on the way out. And actually, I'll give Russ props, man. He's playing pretty good for the Clippers, man.
His numbers are actually
He-
pretty decent overall this
Yeah,
year.
dude. He like had a game. I believe it was last week. Also, this last week has been crazy.
Oh,
but
and the
he had a game where-
headlines are nonsense. Like, oh, he came to the Clippers, and they're like originally like 0-4 since then. It's like, well, he wasn't playing poorly. It wasn't him.
Right. Yeah, and of course it's going to take you a while to get acclimated, but he actually has been a positive force for them last week or so. So, yeah, man. Yeah. So
I have a love hate,
Thunder.
Love hate admiration with Russ.
No, I do too. I really like Russ off the court. I feel like he
sometimes on the court. I
just don't feel like he's a super team oriented guy, right? I feel like he's a guy. Right. He's very impressive at what he does.
Yeah.
But I feel like team flow with him. You know, maybe it was better back when he was on the Thunder, and you had another guy who could kind of take that pressure off and let Russ cook.
You mean having like a top 15 all-time player as a teammate?
Well, he's got Kawhi and Paul George now. Well, Paul George is out, injured, but he's got Kawhi. So I mean, that's
true.
People say that he's at that level. So
I don't know. Top 15, but top 25.
Dude, people were talking reckless about Kawhi like that. You know, like, oh, he's the best player in the world now. I'm like, hold on.
You got to play some. You got to play some games.
Hold on.
Yeah,
he's averaging 40 games a year. What are we talking about? But did you notice the team at the 11th spot, Jay, in the West?
No, inform me.
Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, you were saving that for me. You were saving that for me.
I was trying to tee it up for you so you could your boy Flat Earth just came in and he's like the Grim Reaper.
You got to keep it flat out there in Texas. It's big sky country.
That's right. Oh, it was the easiest thing in the world to predict.
Such a disaster. And I just love it. I'm just here for it.
It's just, yeah. And people, I think we talked about this. I was seeing a lot of stuff in the media. Oh my God, that offense, they're going to kill everybody. And it doesn't matter that the defense is bad. I'm like,
I was worried about the offense, but I did say the defense is going to be a problem. You know,
a problem? Dude, they're giving up like 130 plus a game. Like defense is non-existent.
I know.
And the offense hasn't been great.
But bro, have you seen Kyrie's handles?
Sick, bro. It's just like, I mean, we've seen it how many times now? Cleveland ended up in flames. Boston ended up a disaster. New York.
Yeah. Brooklyn.
Horrible. Like no way that should have ended the way it ended with that talent. I'm just saying, like, when there's smoke, like.
Well, and so we talked about this yesterday. I actually think, and by the way, I hate legacy conversations. It's like, calm down, whatever. But I actually think the train wreck of the Kyrie Irving experience will now raise LeBron's stock even higher, that he got it done in Cleveland with Kyrie there.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I agree with you because nobody else.
Someone had to manage that.
Remotely compete. Yeah, you're right. It did take, I will say, a catastrophic turn of events for that to happen, right?
You mean
Draymond getting suspended.
The bullshit Draymond suspension.
Right. Steph playing on one leg.
Steph can't go to his left, you know.
Bogut.
No one talks about that still. Hurt. Steph could not go to his left.
Right.
It's on tape.
Remember when Bogut got hurt?
And Bogut got hurt, yes.
There was a lot of things.
But my point is they were still
they got it done.
The Warriors were a dynasty, and that Cleveland team was still
73 wins.
That Cleveland team was still a baller. Like they were really good. You know, like in any other given stretch, they're rolling through. So LeBron's managing, the guy burning sage in the locker room.
Right. Right.
So, I mean, it is a credit to him. LeBron was managing that. You don't just turn like it doesn't just turn crazy. Kyrie had to have a lot of that going back then in Cleveland too, and LeBron was probably managing it.
I don't know. I feel like maybe over the years it's gotten worse, right? Maybe like I feel like that can kind of be something true. where if you're put in those conversations from winning a title, right, and hitting the dagger shot and like all
Right.
the stuff they say about Kyrie.
The guy made one basket and he's like thinks he's top 20 all time.
I mean, he had a historic finals run.
Yeah, he was great.
You know, they were averaging like 30 plus each, and like just killers out there.
But
So,
also the most overrated player of all time, possibly.
I mean, it's looking like that. Like if you're talking about legacies and things like that, I don't think you can put him anywhere near best of lists or not.
He's
no,
never
sorry.
finished top 10 in MVP voting.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And
I don't know,
then you
man.
had clowns on ESPN trying to say he's better than Curry. Like, are you like, what are you talking about?
Mhm.
Apparently KD watched too much ESPN.
Oh man, but yeah, I like Luca as like a talent. I don't like some of his antics and all that.
He
But
told JJ
he-
Redick he was going to stop complaining so much.
When?
Like a year ago.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, that'd be nice.
That has not happened.
Yeah, no.
Has not happened. We just played them. The Warriors just played them, and it was just constant. Every call,
No.
in the ref's ear, I'm like,
He's my
"Jeez."
favorite player I hate the most.
Yeah,
In
Well,
a
I mean,
weird
he's-
way, you know what I mean? Like I
Right,
really
right.
like his game. Like I love his
yeah,
game.
because like if he played the way he plays without the antics, he would be awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but it's just not fun to watch. I
Yeah.
complain like that. But even saying all
he on,
that,
he's on almost on Draymond level technicals, like, right? Isn't he?
I think he has
15,
16
16?
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he had one to get 16, which would have been a suspension, and I think they overruled
rescinded
it.
one of them.
Yeah. Which I kind of was hoping that they were going to do that with Draymond's. Of course not. It's Draymond. So they were like, nope,
They actually didn't. I thought they.
I don't
That
think
was
so.
a horrible
I
tech.
mean,
Draymond
it
didn't
was
do
horrible.
anything.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't.
No.
I mean, maybe he said something that we didn't hear, but like he was backing off and got bumped in the chest
Right.
and was putting his arms up and
Yeah.
I
mean, if he didn't get one for
it's
that,
reputation.
he might have got one for.
To be fair,
the
I mean, he earned that
tackle, kick,
reputation.
whatever that
Yeah,
was.
yeah. He earned the reputation. It's fine.
Yeah, I thought he was not ejected for sure, man. On that whole thing with kicking the legs and them reviewing it for 10 minutes, I was like, oh, he's out of here.
I will
So-
get Draymond on this podcast.
Okay, dude.
And
talk to Dre.
and we go hard. I mean, we love him,
Yeah.
but we go hard on him.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants some new media. Let's go. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, okay.
It's there's back channels. I'm working on it.
Okay. Okay. What else we got, man? Oh, I think we wanted to talk a little about one of the teams at the bottom of the West, Portland. Dude, that's like they're in full tank mode. Like full, they told,
Wembanyama. Is that how you say it?
yeah. I mean, Wembanyama.
Wembanyama.
Yeah. They told Dame like just sit at home, like you're done for the year. Like a
Right.
week
They're
ago.
shutting him down. Which honestly, it's probably smart.
Yeah. No, I mean, we talked a little about this yesterday, man. I really like Dame as a player. I think we both do, kid
Oh,
from
yeah,
Oakland,
we-
you know what I mean?
Oh
Hometown
yeah,
kid,
East Bay, Oakland. Yeah,
clutch.
and
you
just
know,
like yeah,
nothing was given to him, right? Like he
Yeah.
came out of nowhere. He put himself on the map.
Dollar Dame.
Yeah, I mean, we love seeing him go against Steph. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like all the stuff, man. But I was telling you this, man. I think he made a mistake staying as loyal as he has.
Yeah, I think so. And the problem is
I think loyalty's overrated, man.
the problem
think-
is he tied his whole like image and reputation to that loyalty.
And it was the wrong team to tie it to.
Yeah, and so
In my opinion,
now
I don't
he
think
has
they've
to.
done enough.
Now he
for
would
him.
have to abandon kind of that. There would be some like pulling Twitter posts up from 6-7 years ago.
Mhm.
And he's like stuck into it, and it's kind of a bummer.
I completely get wanting to be loyal to a franchise, right? That's paid you, that you've, blood, sweat, and tears, that you've had big wins, made to the Western Conference Finals. Like I completely get it. But I mean, how many years has it been this?
He deserves better.
Yeah, and now like they're not even building around. Like I wouldn't say they're building a serious contender around him.
No.
I mean, name a big free agent that they've picked up,
Yeah.
They lost CJ McCollum, which
they traded him, didn't they?
They traded him. Yeah. And I like the young kid, the point guard. I forget what his name is that they have it kind of working as. I should know that.
They've had some pieces, but they just can't put it together.
Yeah.
And that's actually just, like I like Portland. I would kind of with Dame anyway. I would
Anthony
obviously
Simon.
Anthony Simon. Yeah. I mean, we ride with the Warriors. Secondary, we would say let's light the beam with the Kings.
Yes, sir.
But after that, honestly, Portland's probably my third favorite team in the West.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the city. I like the vibe. You know what I mean?
Rip City.
I like, some of the history with like the Jailblazers and you know what I mean? Rasheed Wallace and like all that. Yeah. But I just like, I think about like somebody like Dame or like Steph or something like that, right? If the Warriors drafted him and he was doing crazy stuff and they never gave an opportunity to win a title, put like a serious contender around him, I would be like, even as a Warriors fan, I'd be like, dude, Steph, go get yours, man. Like,
right.
These fans will not be mad at you. They will not be mad at him in Portland. Like
actually, I have friends who are Portland fans, and they're like,
yeah,
I hope he goes somewhere else, honestly, and does well.
Yeah, it's just sad.
Yeah,
it's just like
it's like
it's a waste. It's a waste.
It's like Kevin Garnett.
And
then he went to Boston and the thing
got a ring.
And they were the Minnesota fans were happy for him.
Yeah. I feel like it would be
so I think it's
exactly
that's the best comparison right there.
That is a good comparison, yeah.
Because they were happy for him.
And I think he was out there about
he was pretty
about how long Dame is. Yeah, was he out there 12 years or something?
That's
something crazy.
That is the best example right there.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, Portland fans would be happy for Dame to go somewhere else and have success.
I
Anywhere
can't think
but
of
the Lakers.
Anybody in the NBA who would be right. Oh yeah. Well, there was talk of that.
I know.
In the summer, I was like, please don't. But I mean,
how
whatever,
much better a fit though? And I know the Lakers won a Mickey Mouse title during the COVID
Disney ring.
Yeah. But like, how much better a fit? And I like Anthony Davis, but like, how much better a fit would LeBron and Dame have been? Perimeter,
offensively
inside
good.
out.
Yeah, offensively good. I think Davis is a better fit because he's a two-way player, and Dame's just that's
in this day and age and the run and gun, two big guys.
No. Listen, they would be a contender.
Yeah.
They would be a perennial playoff team and all that.
Damn it! If
like
Dame goes to the Lakers, I'm gonna not hate them. I'll still hate
if
him.
If LeBron's still there, yeah,
I'll still hate him.
Yeah. But no, I mean, it's, I feel for the guy. I completely understand wanting to like be a loyal guy. But like I said, I think he's proven that he can be loyal. And I want to see him.
I think he can go somewhere else.
The years he has left, go somewhere else. Yeah.
I think he can go somewhere else without ruining the loyal reputation at this point.
100%. 100%.
I mean, I'm trying, Jennifer.
CJ.
I know that's CJ, but I'm just saying.
No, but I mean, I get it, man. And I feel like Dame and CJ, like building your team around those two, right? It went as far as it can go, man. They got to the Western Conference Finals.
You can't have two small guards without the defense on one of them, at least. Like Steph had bad defense early on. He got a lot better at defense. He actually became a plus defender. But Clay was a defensive guy, right? He could do it both.
Yeah.
You can't have two guards in the floor where both of them are not great defenders.
Remember who was on the Warriors when Steph got drafted? Guard.
Oh, I do.
How did that go?
Monta.
Monte Ellis. How did that
Horrible
go?
defense. Exactly. Yes. That's
And what happened as
So we
soon
got-
as they traded him?
and then we get Clay.
Bogut. But that was the Bogut move.
Yeah.
Then we
Bogut
drafted
with
Clay.
defense, but yeah, that's the point. You can't have two guards that are too similar. You need to have
Right.
one who's an offensive juggernaut like Dame is, and
Mhm.
then the other one has to be full out two-way player, which Klay Thompson.
Clay area.
That's that guy.
I would say that, or if you have two smallish guards, you have to have like star level quality also at
The wings.
wings, or a power forward or center, right? Like
Yeah.
something like you have to have something to overcome that kind of weakness, and they don't have that.
Well, and that's the other
It's
thing is a lot of these guards are small,
Mhm.
like under 6'4",
Right.
which, you can give all the effort and the IQ and stuff like that. It's just tough to be play defense if
And get
you're
stops.
outsized.
Right.
Like
yeah, if you're getting
you walk up to a court and like I'm 5'11", I'm gonna walk up to a court, some guy who's 6'5", he's gonna crush me just based on size.
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So but yeah, like we said, we hope the best for it's just a shitty situation, man. Like he doesn't want to be part of a rebuild. I completely get it.
Yeah.
Dame, look somewhere else, man.
Yeah,
Make a
do it.
move. You should have made it 3 years ago.
We won't
Make the move, man.
judge you at all.
No,
do it.
not at all.
And,
No,
and
nobody
Portland
will.
fans won't judge you at all.
No, just
Yeah.
there's only small amount of handful of players who stay with one team, and it's usually because that team is super successful and they help build that.
Right now it's Curry and Clay and
Yeah.
Dame.
Right.
Dame's
I
a
think,
little younger, right? Anyway, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
believe so.
Curry.
He's early 30s.
it's Curry and Clay,
Yeah.
and then Draymond is right behind them.
Yeah.
In terms
The
of
only other
longevity.
person I would say has been on one team forever is Haslam on the Heat, but he doesn't play.
Yeah,
just
he's
like-
a play. He's a
piece
player
of
coach
furniture.
or whatever
Yeah.
he is.
He
Yeah.
might as well be one of those
Yeah.
chairs they set up on the side.
I think he's just a locker room guy.
Yeah.
He's a locker room
Right.
guy. Like,
yeah.
he sets a tone, and that's why they
Yeah.
want to keep him around. Yeah, you're right.
Absolutely.
That's a good one. That's a good call.
Yeah, but yeah. So, anyways, I don't know. What else? Anything else standings
Well,
wise?
Standings wise,
The East, we never talk about the East. I don't know. The Bucks and Celtics are kind of brawling out to see who gets number one out
Bucks
there.
are in front right now.
Philly's been good all year.
You know who has the best record in the entire NBA in the last, like after the first 15 games or whatever? It's Philly.
Who's that? Is it? Yeah,
Mhm.
dude. They're Embiid climbing up those MVP rankings. Some people say he's getting it.
We're allowed to talk about it now.
Yeah,
It's April.
it's April. Yeah,
Yeah, we're
I mean, it's
officially
right there.
allowed to talk about it,
Yeah.
especially. I mean, I really respect, Jokic and everything he's doing. I don't know who you got right now.
I feel like Jokic has been like, if we're going based on all year and like early returns and all, I mean, everybody was saying Jokic just because of how Denver was number one. They're still number one. Denver, just dominant, and the numbers he was putting up are just insane.
Yeah. Let me give you
I would
this.
say-
Sorry,
Go
I'm
ahead.
going to jump in.
Yeah.
Philly, me talking about road records.
Yeah.
Philly on the road, 23-15, very solid.
See, there you go. A lot better than 500.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would just say that Denver in the last month has not looked great. They've
been
some really bad stretches. I don't know what they are in their last 10. Let me see if I can pull that up. They just look kind of like average. They're 5-5 in the last 10. Like you said, 19-19 on the road. I don't know. They've looked fallible, and they hadn't all year. They looked completely dominant before. And MVP is a lot about momentum and like kind of peaking at the right time in
And
the voters'
narrative,
eyes.
yeah.
And like when people are like trying to look for, this is the around the time when people are voting.
Well, and that's also like,
So it's tough.
Embiid didn't play in Denver, and I was like,
Mm.
have you seen? Why don't you go look at the visiting rosters in Denver?
Yeah,
Everybody
right.
doesn't play in Denver,
Right. And
So
and I think,
I'm Embiid
I think I'm kind of
or Giannis.
well, and I would also say
Actually,
this.
or Giannis. I mean,
Or Giannis. Yeah, I would say probably Embiid over Giannis this year.
mhm. I hope that's not racist. To not go for the white guy.
Oh, Kendrick Perkins. No,
Sorry.
I would say it's no, you good.
Yeah.
I would say also, I think this plays into it. I don't know if it necessarily should. Jokic won 2 MVPs, right? Giannis has won MVP. Embiid doesn't have one yet.
I know, and I feel like Embiid should just have one because it's been
Right.
a toss
And
up.
I feel like voters are going to say that if it's close.
Yeah,
if,
he's
you know
been
what I mean?
there, and so like I'm going Embiid right now.
Yeah, I think I'm going there too. Just based on
He's done the work.
momentum.
He's done the work, and I know it's a single season award, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's not. Everyone
Yeah.
says it is. It's not.
I've been impressed by Philly, man. I'm not a Harden guy, really. How
Yeah, we are not Harden guys.
no, and like how he ended in Houston and
Yeah.
how what happened in Brooklyn. I was just like, oh,
I respect what happened in Brooklyn.
oh yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
Him
As in,
being
like, as in,
not his
this
fault.
mofo is burning sage in the locker
right,
room.
right.
Come on.
No, I'm
Like-
saying him being a part of that.
Sure.
Just being associated, your name being associated.
No, but
with that mess.
I got far more respect for Harden.
Oh yeah,
for being
yeah,
from all the reports. Being
yeah,
like, what are we doing? Come on, guys.
yeah.
Let's just hoop. What are you doing?
Well, I
And-
don't know, man. I kind of felt like I kind of felt like the Kyrie situation with Harden was happening a little bit. Like it ended so bad in Houston, and then things went bad in Brooklyn. I'm like, he's gonna go to Philly. Maybe things
Yeah.
go bad there.
But the problem is there's a
He's been
Kyrie
good, man.
Kyrie overlap, and so Kyrie,
Infiltrated the.
yes. So
Yeah.
the
I know, it's
Brooklyn
hard to know.
situation is
Yeah.
on Kyrie because there's
Yeah.
enough evidence. So
Right. I would put Harden more in KD's camp with Brooklyn. It was just like, dude, like
what?
I didn't ask for this.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So, but he's been really good in Philly. He took less money this summer
Mhm.
when he extended,
Yeah.
and him and Embiid,
And like I
the
said,
duo,
best
man.
record in the
Nice
league
pieces around
after
them. Yeah,
game 15 or 18 or
Yeah.
whatever when Harden came back, and then
and yeah, and I will also give Doc Rivers a little bit of credit, and I'm
I know
I'm a
we've
Doc
come
Rivers is
down on him.
overrated.
We've come down on him.
I think Doc Rivers has been overrated a lot of times.
All those Clippers
Yeah, dude.
days. Yeah.
You know, just
No,
yeah,
he's
just
managed
people
it.
talk-
He's managed it very well.
Yeah. So, it's one of those things also, though, I feel like, let's see what happens in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, this is all great talk. You know what I mean? Like, who would they play if the season stopped right now?
If they go up
Let's see if
3-1,
we find
they're going to be very nervous.
out. Oh, yeah. They would play the Nets. So that would be probably favorable first round matchup for them, right? But I could see them having trouble with, whoever's in the Western Conference Finals. Like, it's just going to be a knockdown.
You mean against
drag-out
the
fight.
Warriors?
No, I'm sorry, in the East.
Oh.
Eastern Finals. Right, the Warriors will be in the Western Finals.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I have no idea. I feel like we're not going to know matchups. I don't even like looking at the matchups right now because I'm like,
Oh, I
it's going
got
to be different tomorrow.
Okay, I got something for you. We just
Okay.
dabbled
Okay.
right now. And this is, the chaos that's going on.
hmm
Give me your Western Conference Finals matchup and your Eastern Conference Finals matchup.
Oh, don't do this to me. Okay. So we're talking about the 4 teams, right? Two
Yep.
in the East, 2 in the West. All right. East.
Oh, by the way, talking about road records too.
Mhm.
The Light the Beam Sacramento Kings, 23-16 at home, 24-14 on the road.
Mm.
They're road killers.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
So one of mine, I'm figuring this out on the fly. I got the Kings in the Western Conference Finals.
Oh, wow.
And I know
Okay.
like the seeding and the brackets are all. We could get Kings Warriors if they don't face off in the first round. That wouldn't
So you
surprise
think they're
me.
taking out you think they would take out the Clippers or Pelicans or Lakers or whoever gets up to 6? Or Warriors if they
Again,
fall
I'm
back?
so big on that road record, which again is totally hypocritical because the Warriors suck on the road. So I don't know,
Mhm.
but they also have chips.
I don't know, man. I really like the Kings, right?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't put it past them getting on a run and everything. I'm just looking at experience.
Yeah,
Like I
But
just feel like they're so new to the situation, except for Harrison Barnes. who's-
Sabonis is the most underrated player in the entire league.
I mean, he's been great, and he got that. They
In the
took
two-
so
in
much
the two
flack
games
for
I've
that
gone-
Halliburton trade.
In the 2 games I've gone
worked out.
to, and sometimes TV doesn't do it.
Mhm.
You're sitting there in person and you're like, "Whoa, this guy!"
That's a man.
Yeah, you're like, "This guy is running the court."
Wow. Yeah.
Most underrated player in the league. He didn't
Interesting.
even make the All-Star game.
Yeah, they got shafted in that for
Yeah.
sure. Fox didn't make it either, did he?
No,
No, he might have made it.
but like
No?
Sabonis is the guy, like
Right.
on the floor,
Mm.
going most underrated player in the league.
I don't know. I just feel like whoever they match up with at 6 is going to have so much more experience. Maybe the Pelicans not. Like the Pelicans, if
Nah.
that's the matchup at 6, I think they could win that.
Yeah,
But,
give me
like-
Mike Brown and the Kings over.
Wow. Okay. If
I don't know.
it's Kings Warriors 3-6, you got Mike Brown winning.
Over the Warriors. So I can't.
'Cause they
I mean,
still could be 6.
No, I know.
We
I
still
I
could be
can't.
6.
No, I can't. I can't.
You're gonna
I can't.
You're gonna go against Curry.
No, I
Clay,
can't.
Draymond.
I can't.
Yeah.
I know. That's
We might have Wiggins
well,
back.
We might have Wiggins. Should
GP2.
we touch on Wiggins a little? Just a little.
We could. I mean, there's not much more to say.
There's
I think
rumors.
that's- yeah, I think I
It's
talked to you
everywhere.
about this yesterday.
I know it's everywhere
Um,
now. The rumors.
Yeah, I don't even like to
You know what?
say the rumors though.
It's kind of
I feel like-
ugly. It's kind of
yeah.
ugly.
I will
Let's
just say that it looks as if it's trending that he might come back
right. As
in
in
the near future.
as in we got this. The playoffs are going to be coming. You
Right.
said you heard he's been working out. Right.
I mean, maybe it's not first round, or maybe it's like mid first round, or maybe it's a game before first round. I just feel like it's like on the horizon now, right? He's been working out every
Yeah.
day. There was reports that he's in the Bay Area now, which is big. He wasn't in the Bay Area before.
Right,
so,
right. He was in. Are they in Canada? Because he's
yeah,
Mabel
wherever-
Jordan.
Yeah, Mabel Jordan. Yeah, so I mean,
And
Dude,
and
we get
again, I'm
him
not going to
back.
discuss the rumors, but I will say
Yeah.
this: if those rumors are true, and he comes back, he could be such an absolute like revenge tour killer.
Yep,
You know?
yeah, no, absolutely,
Right?
man. He's just got to channel what he did last
Yeah,
year, man.
he could
Just,
be
whatever
just-
whatever
that could
they
unlock the.
yeah.
I mean, I know he's All Star last year and great,
Yeah, yeah,
et cetera. That could unlock something in him.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
that would unlock a lot of.
Oh yeah,
Not
yeah.
to. I'm not going to say it. But,
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. That would be interesting for the league. I think the league would be like, oh,
Right. It's like, oh, yeah. That,
we may have, yeah.
like,
I don't
oh
know.
dear, what happened?
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I would like to see the Kings be successful in the playoffs. I think they need more experience. I think this is that year where they knock
next
on
year,
the door.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, I think this is
2014 Warriors.
Exactly.
Like when they lost to the Clippers.
Yeah, you're on my wavelength.
And Curry didn't make the All Star game.
Right.
Just like
I could see
Sabonis
them-
and Fox.
I could
didn't.
see them putting a scare into whoever's 6, being like,
Right.
oh,
well,
the Kings, you know
Warriors
what I mean?
Clippers was Game 7.
Yeah, right. So I could see that.
No,
You know
you know
what I mean?
what? I agree. I think that's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. But next year, and I'll
It would
enjoy
be-
it, and
yeah.
we'll go live stream from there.
Yeah, there you go.
How to play.
Well, I think a lot of teams, I think a sign of that too is a lot of teams are trying to get to 6 because they're like, oh, we could play the Kings first round. Like, there's a quiet confidence there.
I don't
Like,
know, man. They can run and gun. That's a little dangerous.
They can. I'm just saying, like, look at all the other teams at the top of the West. Who would you rather play? Their defense is terrible.
Let's say the
Sacramento.
Warriors.
Their defense is not good.
Who would you rather have the Warriors play, the Kings or Denver? I'd rather have them play Denver because they own them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
mean,
I'm
well, the thing is with that, that's not an option for the Warriors now, anyways. Like until like later, right?
Oh, you're right, because that would be the play-in. We don't want
Right.
them in the play-in and
No.
eight.
No, because then we have
you're
right.
correct.
I
But
want
I'm
no part of
saying-
7 or below. I want at least top 6. Like,
And then
I
there'd
don't-
be whole. If the Warriors do play the Kings, you got Mike Brown.
yeah.
All those.
Oh, there's a lot of
those-
storylines.
A
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
intimacy
It'll be
there.
fun. Yeah, but right now they're at the 5, so who knows? You know.
Oh, that's
I
right.
don't
They're
know.
at the 5.
They're at the 5, playing Suns in the first round.
Injuries, messed up,
Yeah.
can't win on the road, and they're at the 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say in the East, I'm going Philly.
It's Philly,
Uh,
Boston, Milwaukee.
Yeah, I'm going Philly against Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I am, man. I am. Celtics are good. This year, but-
I co-sign that.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't know what I saw from them last year in the finals, and they've had kind of an up and down momentum wise last month or so. Like I just feel like Philly and Milwaukee are those teams that are battle tested, that are going to be there at the end. I mean, Boston's battle tested too. I don't know. I just
It's those 3.
yeah, it's those 3.
We
I
didn't
just-
actually
I-
make a proper choice for the West either, by the way. Memphis?
Yeah, well, I
did.
did the East first. The West, God. See, this is what messes things up, man. If the Suns and Warriors play first round, one of them has to lose. And like you know what I mean? Like I would kind of be like, that's a Western Conference Finals matchup to me.
That's an NBA television wet
Right.
dream, is
Right.
what that is. Like,
So I don't know, man. I would love to say the Warriors are in there, but if Warriors play the Suns first round, depending on Wiggins and stuff, man, I could see the Suns somehow winning.
the
that.
Warriors are the absolute biggest wild card in the league right now.
Right. I feel like they can
with
go.
Wiggins and
I feel like they can
all
win
over
the title,
place.
and they could lose badly in the first round. Just
yeah,
like,
they could get
you know what I mean?
They could,
It's been
lose
such a weird
5 in
year.
the first round or win the title.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
You know what? I'm a homer, man. Give me Warriors. Give me Warriors Nuggets. Western Conference Finals.
So the Warriors are going to the finals.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't feel like Memphis
If
is going to do it, man.
with the tumultuous season, the injuries,
Yeah.
everything going on.
Don't let us
if-
get to the Don't let us get to the Western Conference Finals. Don't
Yeah.
don't do it.
And again, I hate the legacy talk, but oh my God, Steph Curry would be.
Well, yeah. That's the new talk, because everybody's like, oh,
Just
know,
with
that-
what's happened the last week. And
right. No, I was gonna say because we're
Curry
at the
the
5
killer
now.
is out.
Yeah, dude. If he beats Phoenix in the first round,
That's not going to help Curry as much as it's going to kill KD.
Durant. Oh my god. I think Durant might retire. Steph would have to be on protective watch because that would just be. I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you got, man?
For the West?
I think you said in the East you agreed with me, right?
Yeah, I agree with you on the
Milwaukee
East.
and
Well,
Philly,
I said
yeah.
those 3. And
Right.
I actually like Milwaukee and Philly. Yeah.
I just like Philly because I feel like they're.
Although I'm
they'll
not
be
totally
super
sure about
hungry.
the like seeding. I have to look at the
Yeah.
seeding bracket, so it's like those three.
like who they
To
would
really
actually
choose
play.
three. No, I think you're right. Sacramento's too young
Yeah.
and inexperienced. So next year they're going to be
Memphis has Dylan Brooks, so I don't think they're going to get there.
Oh, true. Yeah, Memphis is.
They're not serious.
Yeah. They're the one seed in talking, but otherwise it's.
Jaron Jackson, I'm like, they do have so many wild cards. I feel like it could all come together for them, but no.
Yeah, I don't feel that one happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, in the West.
This is good, man. We didn't talk about this before.
No, we
predicting
didn't.
this.
No,
It's
we didn't.
hard.
We didn't. We didn't.
It's actually really hard.
All right. I got LeBron and the Lakers. No, just kidding. Man, I'm looking at this lineup right now. And the Nuggets, I just don't believe in them. The Grizzlies
I don't think their defense is great.
are, and defense matters more in the playoffs for sure.
Yes, it
Matchups, and that's also why I would have Embiid right now over Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
The Grizzlies, that's chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, you want the Grizzlies away record? 15-22. So like almost Warriors level bad.
That's not good.
And again, the Kings are road killers.
Yeah.
I've said this for years. I said I like to look at away records. The
Mhm.
Warriors, 9-29, just a complete catastrophe on the road. And
a dominant force at home. So
yeah,
it's like-
so because that makes the least sense, that would make sense.
Okay.
Suns away, 16-23, not great.
No.
Clippers,
Had
20,
a lot of injuries.
Clippers 20-20. Pelicans away, 15-25.
Yeah. A lot of those teams at the midway through the
Man, the West
West?
cannot win on the road except for the Kings.
No.
Except for the Kings.
and it's been up and down. Like they're just all middle of the pack teams, I feel like. Or they've been middle of the pack regular season teams.
All right, I'm going to light the beam.
Woo!
I'm going to light the beam for the
Okay.
Western Conference Finals.
Against?
Against, I don't know, a complete toss-up over those other teams. It could be the Warriors.
Kings Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. You heard it here.
That's television right there.
Who
Kings
beat-
Warriors.
Yo, that
Kings
would be
Warriors. Kings
It
Warriors.
would be fun.
Going.
Okay, let's do it. Hey,
And
if
the
that happens,
the
we're
Warriors
going,
will lose in 7
man. Ooh,
because they
like
can't
that
win on
beam.
the road. Although maybe they fell at
Oh.
home in Sacramento. I don't know.
I think Vivek would literally disintegrate on the court if that happened, man. Like because he was part of the Warriors ownership before, right? Like you beat
Was
your
he?
old team. Yeah, he was. He's a minority owner. You beat your old team.
Okay. I'm going
In the Western
Warriors
Conference
Kings
Finals?
because if that happens, you're
We'll
coming
be out
back
there.
out west and we are going.
Hey, it's happening. Light that beam.
That's what I'm going
Cool.
with.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be fun, man. I feel like we should do another recording, like once everything's settled, like maybe like a preview, playoff preview of like going through the series and stuff. That'd
Right,
be
which
cool.
is when is the final
well, this is the last week. I think the Warriors
like in a
have-
week. Yeah.
and then you have the play-in games,
Playing
which hopefully the Warriors are not a part
We'll
of.
do a whole thing for the playing games.
Yeah,
We didn't even talk about is the CBA agreement
I know. I was just thinking that.
was
Yeah,
signed off on.
yeah, man.
We'll talk about that later.
There's a lot. There's a lot. I would say the overall thing is there's a lot of people not happy with it. For some of the higher paying teams, like the teams in the luxury tax,
Like the Warriors, yeah.
they're trying to make it worse for those teams. Like
Right.
Make the penalties even harsher. Make it so they can't. Like we wouldn't have been able to sign DiVincenzo this
DiVincenzo,
year,
yeah.
and it's just going to make things more restrictive. Which, I kind of get it for some of the lower market teams like that are saying, "Oh, we don't have a chance" and all this, but the Warriors have done things the way you're supposed to do it, right? They drafted Steph
Homegrown.
Curry, they drafted
homegrown.
Klay Thompson,
Not all, but
drafted Draymond.
Yeah.
They pick up key free agents the way you're supposed to pick them up. They pay. I mean, how much is the payroll? $300 million plus. Like
I think it's 400.
I mean, yeah, right. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, they went by all these rules, and now you're gonna say, okay, well, actually, no, we're gonna make it harder for you guys now. It's just like, all right,
Yeah.
CJ McCollum, thanks, bud. He's the.
Oh, that's what happened. That's why.
That's what people are saying. They're like, oh yeah, he was he was tired of getting
Yeah.
beat up by the Warriors. And
But
I think there's a lot of people who feel that way, though.
we were talking about this yesterday, though. But I was like, well, Lacob, Joe Lacob, Warriors owner, flexed a little hard on it.
Yeah, I mean,
And we got ours, so I can't be too upset. At least,
yeah. I guess I don't know, man. It feels it. I mean, we didn't go over all the details on what it is and everything, but it feels super punitive for a super small amount of teams, which I feel like that's the thing. I'm kind of like, I don't really agree that that's the way it should go down.
I think I
They coulda got a better deal.
liked if you draft somebody, you're allowed to go spilling over the cap with them because you
Right.
drafted them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I get it. I mean, small market.
It's
teams
almost like
trying to keep
like a hard
balance.
cap without a hard cap, right? It's like
It kind
gives that.
kind of is. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, like they're saying, yeah, you can spend whatever you want, but we're going to make the penalty so harsh that nobody's going to do that, So, I don't know. There's some other stuff in there. I don't know if you heard about. Did you hear about the betting part? Oh yeah, that's in there. Smoke them up, NBA players. That's why they signed off on it. They were like, "Oh, we can. You're not going to test for weed."
It's allowed now for NBA players, which it should be.
I mean, yeah, it's basically legal everywhere. So
Yeah.
what are we doing here? But no, yeah. Did you hear about there's going to be players that can have stakes in ownership and in betting on these games, which I think is kind of a weird. Yeah, I'm trying to find some of the details on it here.
It's out there. For our listeners
Yeah.
who, by the way,
Let me-
are not watching on
Okay.
YouTube, I just lit up a joint.
Smoke them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, this is from Shams Charania yesterday. It says the league's new collective bargaining agreement will give players the ability to invest in NBA and WNBA teams. Active players investing in the NBA teams, as well as promote or invest in sports betting and cannabis companies.
I mean, the cannabis part's fine, but like
No,
the
yeah.
but-
Betting?
Wait, hang on. How is that not like a salary cap violation?
I
what I
don't
mean?
understand. That's what I'm saying. How was this agreed on? Like, I don't understand the CBA.
Oh, that's the backdoor opening for the Warriors now.
Well, that's what somebody said. Yeah, we'll sign Clay for $10 million a year, and then
Silicon Valley,
slip him a. Yeah. I mean,
that was always.
I read that and I was like, how?
like Andre Iguodala invested in a
Yeah,
lot of
he's
Silicon Valley
guy.
companies once he came out
Oh, yeah.
to out west and did very well with it.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, there's salary cap smoothing, there's increases to the mid level and the room exception fees. So I mean, the players got some things, but I would just say overall, it's a very owner friendly CBA in my opinion.
Which we kind of saw coming too. But
We did, but I feel like they just rushed into it. That's how I feel like, because the deadline was nearing, or it might have even was it. I don't know what the exact
at the end of the
deadline
day,
was.
the deadline is like opening day next season. But
Right.
Yeah.
But I think they kind of pushed it through, and the league got what it wanted, which is Golden State. You're not going to be this dominating dynasty that you've been. Sorry. That's how I feel. I know we disagree on that a little bit, but dude, I'm telling you, like the
Oh
response,
no! I mean, it has.
did you
been
see Draymond's
stated-
tweet?
No.
Oh,
What do you say?
Before we go, I got to pull this up.
Yeah.
All right,
Just
let's
read
see.
it. I'll post
Yeah.
it later. Read it.
Okay. He's just basically blasting everyone involved and is saying like this is a terrible CBA. Let me. All right, I'm
I
gonna
was
pull up
definitely surprised by it.
yeah. Yeah, we can cut some of this dead air out, but wow, he's posting a lot. He's posting a lot. All right,
Well, he's
he
getting
says,
into playoff mode.
players lose again. SMH, middle and lower spectrum teams don't spend because they don't want to. They want to lose. So increase their spending capabilities just to increase them. They continue to cut out the middle. And this is what we rushed into a deal for. SMDH never fails. And then he has about 10 more tweets going. I mean, he's just, because I think he
Yeah,
knows.
because at the end of the day, the players want the money. Like
Right.
give them their money, and it's capping it. It's limiting their money.
And to me, it's on the owners, right? If Joe Lacob wants to pay a $500 million salary, you know what I mean? Like, okay,
Yeah.
you know, like,
And that's not even all going to the players. A bunch of that's
No.
going to the league and getting. Well,
Right.
it's going to the league
And they're
getting
paying-
back around on luxury tax and
they're paying the lower team. Exactly. So, I mean, to me, I completely agree with Draymond. And I my brother-in-law, who's a Knicks fan, was like, he doesn't like Draymond at all. He's like anti-Draymond guy. He was like, I agree with Draymond. And I was like, I know. Like, I feel like, and I think that's part of the problem is a lot of the players feel like they didn't have a say in this. Like, it was just rammed through. CJ, I think Grant Williams.
we need Jennifer to reach
is a
out harder on
co-president.
CJ next
Jennifer, where are you at? God. CJ, you're a punk.
time. I don't know, but
I mean, if you get dominated
Yeah.
by the Warriors like Portland did and like CJ personally did, like, I get it. I don't know, man. Well, it's you know what? I feel like the conversation's just beginning.
yeah, we'll see.
We're
There's
gonna hear a
lot.
dude. We're
Yeah.
gonna hear a lot about this
once the
dude.
free agency happens too, and all that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because we're not going to see a lot of the money
Logistics.
machinations on that till later. So,
Right.
anyways, interesting stuff. It literally just happened
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah.
So wild, man.
All right.
This is a good one, man. We got through a lot. We talked
All
about a lot of
NBA.
stuff. The whole NBA, dude. And it's going to be NBA heavy from here out because
Playoffs, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be chaotic.
I made those predictions for West and East Finals. I have no idea. I'm like,
No, yeah, totally.
there's going to be
chaotic.
something. There's going to be something that happens that completely surprises us this year. I feel like some team that gets to the Western Finals or Eastern Finals that we're like, what?
It's gonna be the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and then
Okay,
you got some
finals
teams-
prediction:
Yeah,
Hawks
go ahead, man.
Spurs. No,
Hawks, Spurs are definitely up.
I know.
But you know what the thing about the West, like playing teams and stuff like that, is I feel like some of those teams at the top, man, there could be a playing team that wins against Denver.
I would not be surprised if, like,
I'm just
the
saying,
Lakers beat Denver or something.
Right? Like,
yeah.
would that shock you at all?
Nope.
Like,
I mean, a little, but not really. No,
I mean,
especially
to
because
me,
this is a different Lakers team since the trade. So
right.
yeah,
And even the Grizzlies, Grizzlies
knows?
losing to one of those teams. Like, I don't
Yep.
know, man. We'll see. I don't know. It'll be interesting.
all right, man. That was a good. We went all over the place.
Yeah, we did.
We will.
It had been a while, so
Yeah, we'll follow up next week on their episode. Get back on more of a routine, right?
yeah, absolutely. Yep. Get a little playoff preview in.
All right.
I'm sure there'll be more to talk about. So,
Yeah, maybe work some guests in too.
ooh, I
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. See what we can do.
All right. Thank you for listening to our rambles and subscribe. And
Yeah.
we appreciate comments or not a lot of comments. I got a lot of text messages, but
Yeah. Hit us up on
Yeah.
IG or anywhere. Let us know what you think.
All right. Thanks for listening.
All right. Peace.